Hello everyone. In this topic, we'll discuss about Azure. So, what is Azure? Azure is a Microsoft public cloud computing platform or cloud service platform. Azure provides more than 200 plus products and services. These services are offered in multiple geopolitical locations, which are called as regions. Region is not specific to a country. So, if I take US for example, let us take US. There are multiple regions in US itself. We have East US, Central US, and West US. Each region has multiple, each region will have multiple availability zone. At minimum, we have three availability zones, and these zones will have multiple data centers. So, if a customer wanted to choose the Azure Cloud Service Platform to host their services, they can deploy the services in their nearest location. Choosing the nearest location is basically for data security and locality, also to avoid any kind of latency. Whenever we choose to deploy our services onto the cloud service platform, we will be working in operational expenditure model. So this is OPEX model. We don't use CAPEX model. Capital expenditure is like we don't require any hardware, we don't require the data center, and we don't require the licenses. So we will be eliminating the capital cost of buying and maintaining the physical IT systems. Azure is far more cost efficient, powerful, agile, reliable, and secure than on-prem environment. Let us see the types of cloud services which are offered by Azure. There is an infrastructure as a service which is called as IaaS. With IaaS, we rent IT infrastructure, which is the servers and the virtual machine. Storage and network also comes under infrastructure as a service. All we need to do is we need to provision the virtual machines. This will be our infrastructure as a service. We pay as you go. So whatever we are consuming on the cloud services, we are going to pay only for that. When we choose infrastructure as a service, we need to maintain and manage the virtual machines. We need to maintain the security updates, security patches, and also we need to ensure that the data is secure. We need to take the backup of this virtual machine. All these responsibility comes under the customer. If I wanted to quickly provision the services without worrying about the underlying infrastructure like servers, storage, network, and database, I don't want to provision the virtual machine. I don't want to maintain the virtual machine. I don't want to take care of the service pack, updates, and backups. Under platform as a service, everything will be managed by Azure. I can quickly provision the services like web application, mobile apps, containers, functions, Kubernetes as a service. So all these are all services which comes under platform as a service. Software as a service is a method for delivering software applications over the internet. Office 365 is the best example for the software as a service. We can take example of CRM applications, Salesforce. So all these are all cloud-based applications. It comes under software as a service. Under software as a service, cloud providers host and manage the software application and underlying infrastructure, and even handle the maintenance like software upgrades and security patching. User connect to the application over the internet, usually with a web browser. So user will be using their own device, use their browser, access these software as a service application over the internet. User will be using their own device, use the browser to connect to the software as a service application over the internet. Let us see what are the services which comes under infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. If I take infrastructure as a service, compute, storage, networking. So these are the three main core services. Along with this, we have Azure VMware solution and VM skill sets. Under platform as a service, we have database. So this is database as a service like SQL, Cosmos DB, web application, functions, containers. So this is Azure Container Instance and Kubernetes as a service, which is Azure Kubernetes as a service. Under software as a service, we have Office 365, Azure DevOps, Azure Migrate, database migration tool, site recovery, which is also called as Azure Site Recovery, and Azure Backup. So these are the services which falls under infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. To understand more about regions, you can visit this particular website, which is Microsoft website. You will be able to see the listing of each geographic location, and also under each geographical location, you will see the regions which are available, and each region you will be able to see what are the availability zones and where exactly it is located. Some of the regions does not have availability zone still, and some of the regions has availability zones. So this was an overview about Azure Cloud. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the content, please subscribe and share the video. Thank you and take care.